Hi, welcome to the first Friday Philly Market Minute of the year, of the decade. So if you're like me, I'm a little burned out on the news. It's a little hard to listen. Plus, you hear the same sound bites over and over again, no matter what channel you go to. So today, we're going to talk about some things that are a little less stressful. A couple quick updates on what's going on in Philly, and then also some trend updates, according to the experts anyway, of what to expect in 2020. So what's new for Philly in 2020? Well, first of all, what's going away? Plastic bags. Now, next, more seriously, as you probably know, there's been political push for several years now to remove or change or modify the tax abatement for new construction. It looks like what we can expect is new construction residential tax abatements will be modified in Philly to where it's not a full 10 years, it's reduced like 10% every year until the benefit goes away by year 10. What does that mean? I don't think anyone can say for sure. Question in my mind is, will that mean that buyers want to buy a rehab instead of new construction? What the good news is for people like yourself who may have just bought new construction in the past couple years is that will make your home more marketable against competition if you choose to sell it before the abatement's out. So let's move on to something a little more lighthearted, which are design trends. A theme when we look at design is what's old is new again. And again, just to sidestep back to politics, which I'm trying to stay away from, I have to keep this tongue in cheek because we're seeing a lot of comparisons of what's going on today with what happened in the past. We're getting a lot of, getting Throwback Thursday almost every day. Well, the designers or the newscasters for design are doing the same thing. So here's some of the top few things that are what's out and what's coming back, and you'll see a theme here. Guess what's back that I didn't think would come back? Large tile. Do you remember when everything had to be 12 to 18 inch travertine tile? Remember when gray became the new white? Well, designers are saying now gray, the era of gray is on its way out. There's a lean towards more warm tones, creamy white or toasty beige. So designers are also pushing against what they call fast furniture. Now, I don't know if anyone's told IKEA this or Target or any of the companies where your furniture comes in a box and you put it together with one of those little screwdrivers. But at any rate, I find this kind of funny. Traditionally all that older, well-built, hardwood furniture, you just almost can't give it away. Well, if there's a push against the fast furniture, maybe what you have in storage will come back to value, and I find that quite interesting. Another one is the solid accent wall, the bold accent wall. Now, so there's a push against that, but there's also a draw towards bold colors. If you're preparing to sell, however, this is always a bit touchy. I think going back to the toasty beige or the warm cream or whatever we want to call it is a much safer bet. Bold is always is easier to change up with accent pillows and other things to bring bold colors into a room without it being paint. However, I find that kind of humorous. And last but not least, which this one is really hard for me to swallow, this designer editor was saying that millennials are choosing to not have an open floor plan, that they want defined spaces. Now, we went through all this effort to get rid of grandma's furniture, to tear down the walls of the old houses so that there's an open floor plan. And now designers are saying that millennial buyers, who are a big part of the buyer pool for 2020, want to have defined spaces. So who knows what to believe? I got to tell you, I don't quite believe this one, but it's in the article, so I thought I'd share it with you and we could have a laugh about what's old is new again. So that's what I have today, and I realize my minute has gone longer than a minute, kind of flashing back to when your mom called you and you were like, Mom, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, well, this has been that kind of a minute, but please stay tuned for next week for another update on Friday. And be sure I have your email so I can send you the e-report that's going to come out this week with much more intricate detail about what's going on in our market and nationwide trends. And until then, please smile, enjoy your day, and know that I'm here to help if you need anything related to real estate. Talk to you next week.